everyone, I'm Joanne with Quiet Waters Farm and Craft. I'm going to be making some granola bars. It's one of the fun little treats that I make for the kids. They absolutely love them. Their friends at school love them, so I figured I would come on and share this little recipe. It's just a great little snack and it tastes really, really good. So I'm going to angle the camera down here so I can show you just what you need. I did preheat my oven to 300 degrees. With my oven that I have here, it gets a little bit hotter than what a normal temperature would be. So the normal temperature is about 325, but I keep mine at 300 just because it will burn everything if I don't go down a little bit on the degrees. So if you know your stove and or your oven and you know what to cook it on, then you're gonna have to calculate how you cook things on your oven, or in your oven, I guess I should say. So let's get started. Okay, so in my big bowl here, and I forgot a spatula. Okay, so we're gonna take 2.5 cups, and I have quick oats. If I believe there's whatever, I know there's a different kinds of oats, but these are just quick, whole, 100% grain oats. That's what I use, just quick and easy. So that's what I put in there. Now, one thing that you can add to this recipe is some coconut. I ran out of that. I don't have that right now, so I'm just not even going to worry about it. So, but that's 1/4 cup if you want to add that in there. It does make it a little bit different taste, but this works for me. You don't really even taste the coconut, so whether you're allergic to it or not, that's completely up to you. But you would use 1/4 cup of coconut in there. So we have 2.5 cups of oats in here. To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And then we're going to add, you can do a cup of whatever you want. If you want to put raisins in here, nuts, but I'm just doing milk chocolate chips and white chocolate chips. And that's just a cup. You just fill up a cup of whatever you want to put in there. If you want to put more coconut in there, nuts, raisins, whatever it is that you like, flax seeds, for that extra nutrients. So that is all of our dry ingredients. I'm going to give this a little toss, and my chocolate chips were clumpy in the bag, so I had to take my little mallet to them and chop them up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to do some wet ingredients. Now in this is a 2/3 cup. It has 1/3 cup that I filled in first of canola oil, and then the other 1/3 cup I did of honey. Now if you do these together, the honey is not going to stick to the measuring cup. So it's easy if you just have a 2/3 cup measuring cup. This works great. So that way it doesn't stick in there. See, the honey's just going to come right out, but it's not going to stick because the oil coated your measuring cup. It makes it all come out. So I'm just going to get the rest of it out here. So that makes it really, really nice. So I'm just going to give this a quick little stir here. And even if you don't like the granola bars and you want like the granola crunch, you can do that too. Just bake it in your dish, and when you cut it up, instead of cutting it up, just throw it all back in a bag after it's cooled down and, mash it up a little bit, or use your little meat mallet. That's usually what I do if I just want to make a granola crunch to stick in a bag. That's nice for me at work because with me sitting at the desk, just grabbing a little bit out of a bag than trying to eat a whole granola bar and getting it all over myself. It's usually what I do anyway, because I'm just such a messy person. Okay, then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Get that stirred up. So that is it. That's all the ingredients that I have to put in here. But like I said, if you want to add extra stuff in there, you're more than welcome to. But these are just things that me and my kids like. So that's all I'm doing. Alright, so I'm going to set this right here. So if you have a 9x9 dish, you want to get that. I have this cornware dish, this oval one. So I'm just going to take my parchment paper and it's just not going to sit in there until I get stuff in there. But I'm just going to pour this in here. Alright, that's good. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and just try to flatten it in here as much as possible because I want that oil and honey to kind of mend all of my stuff together. And even if you want to, when you take these out, a good thing to do is drizzle some chocolate on top. I've done that before, and that's really good too if you're just doing the granola bars. Okay, so that's all flat, ready to go. Alright, so I'm going to stick this in the oven. So good. So good just to taste it. Okay, so I'm going to stick this in the oven for 30 minutes at 300 degrees, and I'll meet you back. Alright, so we are all done. It's kind of golden brown and you kind of want to check the edges. I left this in for a half hour, but I had to leave it in an extra 10 minutes. This is a different stove that I'm not used to cooking on, so trying to get used to it. So this was 35 minutes. And then one good thing about having the parchment paper is we can just lift this right up out of the container. I didn't rip it. And I can set it off to the side. Now you're going to want to let this cool down because it's still not all the way done. So I'm just going to leave this set here for a little bit. But this is how it looks. You can chop it up into bars or you can crumble it up and make it into granola bars. It's absolutely delicious. It's better than buying granola bars in the store. So I hope that you've all liked this video. I will put everything down in the description box of all the ingredients that I used. I hope that you all have a blessed day and thank you for watching.